Welcome back to Studio Chatter. For many of the senior citizens in our community, daily life can be a little lonely, but it sure doesn't have to be. Let's welcome Verna Hollingshead, the director of the Spanish Fork Senior Citizens Center, to the table.
Thank you.
Welcome, Verna.
Thank you so much. I'm just so appreciative that you invited me. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're always welcome.
Yes, always welcome.
And the senior center really is a super fun place. I'm not a senior, but I volunteered there, and they are some of my most favorite people.
It's fun to be
Like
there,
laughter,
isn't it?
laughter every time, and I get a story, and I go down the row and high five them. I mean, they are young at heart, and it's like you skip all the drama and you just find people who just enjoy life.
That is true. And that's what the Senior Center is all about, is to come there, have fun, share friendship, camaraderie, fun things, be kind to each other. And a lot of people suffer anyway of our seniors. They get lonely, they get caught in a rut. They think that they're not, I don't qualify to come to the senior center. I like to think of the senior center more as an activity center. Mm-hmm. A lot of our, aging people are living longer, and they're more healthy. Mm-hmm. So they're still working, a lot of them. And I think to myself, they all still need to have lunch. And don't we have incredible food at the senior center?
The food is so good. It's so good. And they can come in, and it's a $3 donation, optional donation, and the food is awesome.
And is that provided every day or certain days?
Mondays and Thursdays, except for the first Friday of each month. Okay. There's a membership luncheon, a special membership luncheon.
And that's the good one, so you want to be part of the membership.
But they're all really good. We just carry on the tradition of the Senior Center that's always been there for the last 30 years.
It's like the meat and potatoes kind of good.
Right. So do you have to have a membership to go to the Senior Center? How does that work?
There's two different things. We serve a congregate meal, which is subsidized by the federal government, and you don't have to be a member in order to come in for lunch.
Okay.
You do have to make a reservation, fill out a little form for the federal government, and the membership is separate. So the membership is like $20 a year, and the membership entitles you to come and do the activities, sharing. We do a lot of special events. I mean, last year we did a Kentucky Derby. We did
Mother's Day tea party.
Right. And so what's coming up now is we're doing an Enchanting charmer party, which is asking all of the cute little witches to come in and share their cackle with us.
Oh, and some of them are so good.
Yeah, and
so they come dressed up and
they
have
dress
just a
up.
fun
yeah,
little,
it's really my take
party.
on Witchapalooza. Was that legal to say?
Yes.
So let me tell you something else that we're doing. So I like to do a lot of in-house stuff and bring things to the senior center that they can come in and enjoy. So we're doing our own cowboy poetry as well.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I know. Jeff Carson is a local. He lives in Heber. He's one of the famous here in Utah. He happens to be my cousin. So he's going to come in. And then Todd Johnson. He lives in the Heber area, and he's coming in as well.
Oh my
So will those just come like on the day that you do lunch or another day?
No, we're actually planning out some special events.
Okay.
So when is the cowboy poetry? What month is that in?
That's going to be in November.
In November. Okay.
Right.
So you have the October with the witches party.
So on our website, if you go to SpanishFork.org, you can find the Spanish Fork Senior Citizen under Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And that will pull up and tell you all of our activities and special events that we've got for the next 6 months. Wow. Give you all the information about our lunches and membership. And we do a lot of educational classes as well. We do a brain healthy class, which a lot of people have really enjoyed that. We do Tai Chi. We have a ceramic class.
Oh my goodness.
We're starting a quilt class. We have a Zumba class.
Awesome.
We just do a lot of fun things.
They do bingo there too.
Right.
You have to do bingo.
Yes, you do. There, you're a senior center. You've got to.
The reason I laughed is because so many people are thinking, go to the senior citizen center.
B9.
And I'm not making fun of anyone.
But I bet that's a fun night.
It's during the day. It's on the first, actually, Friday of each month. After membership, we do the bingo. And I'm not making fun of that at all.
Of course not.
Right. But I'm just saying that we're more than a senior citizen center. I like to think of us as like a little country club here in Spanish Fork that costs $20 a year to come to and have
really
fun.
Incredible.
That is incredible.
And all that you're providing. So you don't need to be a member to go to lunches, but to do any of these other activities, and you need your little membership.
So with the special events, we do invite other communities to come and enjoy the special events with us.
Okay.
So we just charge them a little bit extra, you know, because they're non-members.
Right. Oh, that's.
Do you go on outings as well?
We do. In fact, we go on. Oh my gosh, I was trying to think, what outings have we done? With COVID, we weren't able to go and do a lot of things, and we have been open this last year. So I've been trying to think of some fun things to go out and do. But we take, we do the Sierra Theater. Let me just tell you a little thing that we just got going, and that was with some of our seniors that don't really get a chance to go out and drive. So I created this little group, and we do a little luncheon. And it's the one Wednesday each month, and we call them the Silver Bells.
Okay.
So we just try to think of activities or events that will entice people to get out, use their brain.
Well, and something I should mention too is that some of the senior citizens, older ones, maybe they don't drive. And what's nice is that you guys have a way to pick them up
for lunch
and bring them. So, so there's no, you can get out. You get a ride, so you don't have to drive, and then they'll bring you back home.
You just call the senior center. That's the only thing that we can actually provide transportation for.
Yeah,
but
for the
thanks for bringing that up, because that also brings up another. I try to make sure that if there's any question that a senior citizen has, or any family members, to empower their families, they just need to call the senior center and say, this is the situation I'm facing, what are my options? And I try to connect all the dots so that it makes a comfortable thing, for caregivers as well as the aging parents, or aunts or uncles. So at our senior center, our little motto is love, play, live, and think, forever young at heart. And I try to really enforce that, because as we age, it is kind of hard for us to face that. And I'm getting older myself. And I just try to put myself in their place and what they would be experiencing and what things that they might want to do. And sometimes they don't know the right questions, the right suggestions to make of what they would like to do. So I personally try to be there for every situation that there is. But I do want to put a big shout out to our volunteers. We have 71 volunteers at the Senior Center.
Oh my word.
And an incredible staff. And it is the desire of all of our hearts to do everything we can to empower and improve lives and to make people feel valued and loved. And that's another thing I'd like to do, is find out what their interests are and what they've done for professions, and invite them to come in and share their knowledge and their expertise, because that gives them that makes them feel more valued and worthy. Yeah.
Yep, I totally would agree with that. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so do you have anything upcoming for the holidays after Thanksgiving time? So you're having the cowboy poetry. Do you do a Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas?
Well, we do a Christmas dinner, a Christmas evening dinner.
Okay.
And we advertise that. Okay. But I'll tell you another little thing. Christmas Lutu lives here in Utah County, and he every year tries to collect 5,000 Christmas stockings for the senior citizens in the community, no matter where they live, what their situation is. And so that is something that I've tried personally at the Senior Center, and all of our volunteers and staff, is to fill 300. So let me give you a couple of really interesting numbers really quick. So here in the Benjamin, Palmyra, Spanish Fork, all of those little areas, there's approximately 8,000 senior citizens, 55 and up, and 50% of them are deemed living at or below poverty level.
Wow.
Wow.
So thank you for letting me share that. That gives
So
you
it's
some
really
time.
cool that you can, and you put little necessities in these stockings, like
Correct.
shampoo and soap and maybe a toothbrush or whatever. And
Right. Gloves, stockings, just something that a senior citizen or
Could use.
anyone actually receiving it in the community. It would be senior citizens.
I think the hot item a couple years ago was toilet paper, right?
Yes.
Indeed, yes.
It's
2020.
Yes, Julie, you
I'll
can
put
share those with
out
us
the
as well.
stockings.
And we'll share those out. Thank you so much.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sweet lady, for coming.
Coming up next, the fall harvest is coming in, and we know a great place to enjoy the flavor. Stay with us for more Studio Chatter.